questions. If it's a smaller group today, I don't mind questions throughout. You can interrupt me if you need to, but if more people jump on throughout the class, then I'll have to keep the questions to the end. But you can always type questions in the chat too, and then I can come back and address them later. So let's get this party started. Screen share here. Alrighty. So I kind of think it's not funny because many of us are not laughing at the current situation that we have. We have maybe back to school, but maybe not back to school. And then we have, how are you going to school? So we have charter schools, virtual schools, private schools, public schools, homeschool, and then maybe just not school at all. I mean, we're all over the board right now, right, guys? I thank you for being a part of today's class. I hope that you find encouragement, because I know that this time, especially during this season of our life, we all could use an extra bit of encouragement. So gather around, if it's time for a glass of wine or time for some coffee or tea, whatever your beverage of choice, and maybe a snack, grab your notepad and pen, because I'm going to blast you with a bunch of information that I have no doubt you're going to want to keep track of. So thank you for being here today. Let's get started with a little introduction. Some of you know me well, and some of you I have not had the opportunity to chat with yet. I'm going to date myself right out of the gate here. I'm going to date myself back to the time when Lunchables came out. Maybe you weren't there, but my family, we grew up on, that was an exciting thing to do. We grew up on, processed food made it a lot easier to live. To the daily mom of 3 kids, it was easier for her to produce casseroles and some processed food. It wasn't until my senior year in high school that my parents realized that maybe that wasn't the best way. And they started building me with a little bit of a foundation of eating less sugar and more vegetables. But that was a small foundation. It wasn't until I was 28 and had my first child that I began to think about, maybe like there's a healthier way of living, but still not really knowing where to turn. It took until I was maybe, he was 3 years old, and we almost lost our son to salmonella poisoning. And at that point, our eyes were opened to a lot of things. We thought we were healthy people. And to the average American diet, we probably were, quote unquote, normal or healthy. We had no idea that we had so much to learn. In the process of resetting his immune system after being hospitalized for a week, we came home, and his prognosis didn't look very good. We didn't know when the effects of the damage from salmonella would catch up with his body. Yes, Western medicine saved his life, but it did not help his immune system for long term. So we had some rebuilding to do. And in that rebuilding, we found Young Living essential oils. We found that we needed to be juicing daily. We needed to eat a super clean organic diet and limit the protein and up the vegetables. And so, wow, there was a huge learning curve. We learned that regular trips to the chiropractor and a masseuse, regular exercise, all of those things helped us, our bodies, our immune systems. And so we spent the next year rebuilding that. And as we did that, we learned that there might be some toxic things in our home that were not helping his immune system, or ours actually. When I was cleaning, I was actually breaking down my endocrine system rather than building it up. So as we learned those things, I got to attend. I made it a priority to attend the monthly classes that our naturopath at the time put out for us. And that is where I grew my knowledge. And to the point where she finally said, okay, here's a book, and you need to empower yourself to learn this information. So I began reading and attending classes, and my journey just catapulted. And speed that up to 13 years later, here I am today teaching a class to you using the knowledge that I have gained through those years. So who am I? I am Erica Gearing, and I am a wife, a homeschool mother of 4. I am an educator by trade, so I stand before you today as a former public school teacher and now a homeschool mother. I am a Christ follower. I am a wellness advocate. I love to help you connect the dots in your wellness routine. So I love to dig or lock arms with other people and help them dig to the root of what actually might be going on in their body, because I have experienced things like Lyme disease and been bedridden and not have answers to what was going on in my own body. And I had to search and figure it out. And so it's a journey. Health and wellness is a journey, and I love to be on it with all of you guys. So thank you for making it a priority to be here, but I have to tell you that I am not a doctor. I can tell you what I am and what I am not. I am not a doctor. I am not here to treat, cure, diagnose any diseases. We are here to talk about how to keep your wellness routine on above the wellness line. So we like to be proactive in our health. When I was a child, my mom was more reactive. I don't know about you, but maybe you're like that. I believe that I was raised in a home where it was like we just waited till we got sick to do something, rather than let's keep our immune system on the up and up so that maybe we don't go there, right? Or when we do, if we do, our bodies are stronger to fight the things that might come our way, right? Okay. So I believe that you're here because you know that there are some areas when it comes to wellness that you could maybe improve on. I believe that you're here today too because you care about your kid. You care about your home. I believe that due to our current season, there's many of us that have begun to realize the importance of keeping our immune systems healthy and supported. So whatever your reason is, if you guys want to comment in the chat right now, just let me know where you're coming in from, and maybe your level of wellness or oil knowledge, like 1 being like I know nothing, and a 5 being I know a lot, like I'm a pro. So if you're anywhere in between, type that in the chat too. As parents, we make decisions every single day to ensure the well-being of our family. But how do you know you're making the best decisions? Sometimes we don't know. We don't know until we fail, right? Or we don't know until we learn something new. I didn't know a lot about the brain until my kids were struggling, and I knew that there was a connector missing in there, and I needed to search out more about the brain and how I could help my child. So we don't know, but we can keep researching until we find the answers. And we can also take advice from people that you already know and trust, that maybe have had a positive experience and have seen results. I love to share what I have learned or what I've experienced with my child, because there's always somebody else that could use that help too. So I hope that my testimonies today will encourage you along your journey, but also empower you to dig for more research too if you need it. Okay, so now that we've got all that housekeeping done, as I've mentioned, we have hard decisions as parents. Sometimes we know that we're making the right decisions, but sometimes we don't know that there's harmful things in our home that could be harming our children, right? We just don't know until we know. So there's many personal care products, vitamins, supplements that are formulated with harmful chemicals and synthetics that can be very damaging to the body long term. Our bodies are bioaccumulative, so you might not see the results of something you've been using right now. And sometimes I hear people say that. They'll tell me, well, my husband's fine because he says, about like none of this is harming me now. Well, it might not be now. You might see the results of those products years later because your body finally hits like a level of like, I can't do this anymore. It's kind of like a volcano, right? So these can cause developmental and hormonal problems, which is definitely something we want to avoid with our precious growing children. After this class, I hope that you will know better so that you can also do better. So no matter what schooling your school is, what school you're choosing this year, I want you to know that you can use the oils, and we're going to go over some Young Living products that can help your child. Every product that I'm going to talk about is from Young Living today. Young Living makes all of these products without the use of harmful or synthetic chemicals. The essential oils used to infuse the products are absolutely pure, and your quality matters. Some of you are new to oils here with us today, so I want to go over why quality matters so much. Pure, high-quality products are more effective in creating lasting results, which is exactly what every parent wants, right? We all want lasting results for our children. So Young Living does have the seed to seal promise. Young Living creates products for a purpose, not a profit. And I think that's beautiful. Gary would keep products that he knew only a few people used because he knew those people personally and he knew what they were using that product for. And so he wouldn't discontinue a product because so-and-so in Timbuktu needs that product for her blah, blah, blah issues she's dealing with. So I love that about our company. Its seed to seal promise is proof that Young Living has our best interest in mind. Young Living owns several farms and also has partner farms that have to abide by the same rules and regulations. Young Living goes above and beyond to have organic standards to provide natural products that work. We farm on lands without the use of pesticides. We hand weed our fields and test the essential oils multiple times in its $1 million labs to produce products with the purest and highest quality chemical constituents. And if a batch doesn't match our standards, they refuse to use it. I've been there, seen it with my own eyes. I've seen the laboratories myself, and it is an experience and a field trip of a lifetime. You as a Young Living member, or if you're not even yet a Young Living member, you can still visit all of our farms. You can go there and take a tour of the distilleries, and your mind will be blown at just their attention to detail. And when you ask questions, they'll answer any question. I was wanting to know what the leftover oil in the water that I could see was still there after the first distillation. And they told me, we go and we use that to, heat the heating system for the next round, but we don't distill that oil again. Young Living only distills it the first time, one time. And then the leftover water, he said, will go out to that truck over there and will be sprayed on the fields to, what do you guys think? To keep the bugs away, right? It's our natural pesticide. It's pretty cool. So let's see, what is next? There are 3 ways. Oh, if you want to know more about the seed to seal because you're new and you are like, I don't understand or no, I just think it's awesome, go to seedtoseal.com. Look that up and you will learn more. I want everybody to know that there's 3 ways to get oils into your body. There's aromatic is the first one, and that's diffusing. Many of you, if you have the starter kit, you got a diffuser in your starter kit. Some of you maybe didn't, maybe you got a different kit. You can still use your oils just like this. A natural way to diffuse if you're on the go, or maybe if you're feeling stressed and your kids are right at your feet and it's morning and you're like, I don't even have time to go over to that diffuser. Just take a drop of oil like this. I guess, there you go. I have 2 drops there. I have 2 drops in my hand, and you can rub it in and you can make a little tint. And sorry, I forgot my slideshow. There you go, seed to seal. Here we go. First time to use these slides, guys, so thank you for your patience. Okay, so you breathe in and out several times. I tell people to take 10 deep breaths if you can, but if you have little ones at your feet, you're doing good to get 1 deep breath in and out. So know that my heart is for you. I understand that, those days. Okay, so using oils in a diffuser has a positive effect on your emotions. If your kids need a little motivation and focus to get their schoolwork done or their homework, or they need something calming to get their actions to match the atmosphere, oils are going to be your best friend. So are you ready for a little science lesson? When you inhale the oils, the essential oil molecules travel through the olfactory bulb, trigger the limbic system in the center of your brain, and they stimulate the amygdala. The amygdala is the interactive center for emotions, emotional behavior, and motivation. This is why diffusing oils is effective and efficient in helping your kids to support their moods, not only for your child, but let's be honest, mamas, for us too, right? That's the beautiful thing. It's helping everyone. So let me give you a few ideas. My kiddos have a diffuser in their own bedrooms. They also, and that took time, that we didn't just do that overnight. It was years of like, okay, now we need to put one here, and then they all wanted one in their room. And I love that they're old enough now to know what oils they want to put in their own diffuser in their bedroom. Some of my older kids do school in their bedroom. So they have their desk and they have their oils to help them sit down and have clarity of mind and focus, right? Also, I have a schoolroom for my little 2. And so we have a diffuser going in there during school time. If you're working from home, because many of us during this season have been forced to stay home and work. And if that is you, I would encourage you to maybe be around the table with your kids if that works for you, and have a diffuser that everyone can enjoy, but they can see you working alongside of them working, but the oils are helping all of you aromatically, right? And then in the morning, another little hack that I do is I allow my kids sometimes to choose the diffuser oil when they come downstairs. But quite often, moms, I allow my kids, or I choose for myself what's going to help me before they even get up. If I need them to come down and be focused because we're getting back into routine, or if the husband needs like a mood lifter before going out the door to work, or maybe I need that emotional boost myself, I'm going to choose an oil like, for me, I love Envision oil right now. That is one for me, and Clarity. I put those in the diffuser before everybody comes down. So you're setting the mood for everyone. I love that we can do that for our families. All right, topically is the next one. Applying oils topically is another option. You can apply the oils to the VitaFlex points, specific ones on the bottoms of your feet, specific points too on your ears and your hands. And these will help target emotions, systems, and organs in the body. Stimulating these points helps the associated emotion and systems. For example, the VitaFlex points for the brain are the thumb of the hand and the big toe of your foot. So if you're struggling with some brain stuff, rubbing your thumbs or your child's big toe. Other places that are critical too are the back of the neck, the wrist, or even a drop at the crown of the head. No matter where you apply your essential oils, they will absorb into the skin and you will be good to go. They absorb. Remember, with kiddos, though, we want to talk about a carrier oil. I always encourage moms, especially if you're new, to go low and slow with your children. More carrier, less oil. So a carrier oil, remember, is your fatty oils. I started out with olive oil in my kitchen. I then moved to fractionated coconut oil. And eventually I switched to Young Living has a V6 oil that you can use as a carrier oil for your children. So the reason we put it on the bottom of the feet is because our feet are the most porous part of our body. That means they have the biggest holes, and it will go into your bloodstream. It has been found in your bloodstream within 26 seconds. So if you don't have the V6 oil from Young Living, grab your coconut oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, olive oil, and you have now a carrier. Remember, every child may respond a little bit differently, so be sure that you use a testing method on all of your kiddos first. Alrighty, next is internal. Young Living has internal oils. Let's talk about those. They are pure. They are identified as internal dietary line, and it's called the Vitality line. It is rated GRAS, which stands for generally regarded as safe for consumption. This is a designation by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, to indicate that a chemical or substance is considered safe by experts. The Vitality line has labels and directions indicating the oils are safe for internal consumption. So let's just go over that real quick. This is Thieves Vitality Oil. It says Vitality right here. It has a white label. This is a bottle of Thieves essential oil. Same thing. Both are essential oils. Both are the same exact oil. It really is just dummy proofing your oil usage so that you know when you see this white label that it's safe for consumption. So I put my white labeled oils in my kitchen for my kiddos to have, to see, but I have them up high, of course. If I have little ones, I saw a little guy, my nephew running by there. If you have little ones, keep them out of the little ones' way, but keep them up high. Vitality are safe to cook with, to put in your tea, to maybe mix with some warm water if you are feeling your immune system going down. Give it a boost of Thieves. It's not a bad idea to just take this a proactive kind of way, once a day, to be sipping on some Thieves essential oil Vitality. Same oil, okay? Just different labels so that they're labeled one. If I were speaking about this one, I would speak about skin uses and aromatic uses. If I picked up this oil, I would just talk about ways that we can use it internally. If you are using oils, I want you to type in the chat, what is your favorite way to use them? Of those three, do you have a favorite, or are you a fan of all of them? When I was new to oils, for me, it was only diffusing and topically. I was way too nervous about internal for about a year. So everybody's on their own journey. As you gain your knowledge, you do what you are comfortable with until you're ready for the next level, right? So tell me, which one are you most comfortable with right now? If you're not sure yet, tell me what your favorite, maybe you're kicking out those toxic candles. I know that as I learned that candles were not good for us, I threw them in the trash, but I had like favorite scents. My favorite scent was the fall, like pumpkin spice. So what was your favorite scent as a candle when you used to have those candles in your house? And then I can help you find an equivalent oil diffuser recipe that might be good for you to try instead, right? I have some great fall candle candle scents for the diffuser. Alrighty, so let's talk about your morning routine. Let's start off with a nutritious breakfast. Let me swipe to the next slide. These are some must-haves. My kiddos love the Mighty Pros and the Mighty Vites, and of course the Ningxia Red. Did you know that Young Living also provides different breakfast options? And you'll see there in the slide, the einkorn flour, the einkorn flakes cereal, the granola, the pancakes or the waffles. They even offer a gluten-free pancake mix. I have tried almost all of those. I think I have tried all of those when I've gone to different events, and I've ordered some of them, and I love all of it. Tastes so healthy and good. Einkorn is an ancient grain that has a higher level of protein, trace minerals, and lower gluten levels than a hybridized modern wheat. So that's why it is so good. It's gut health is key to success in our health and wellness routines. So it has been said that there's life and death that begins in the colon. So if our colon isn't healthy, then we've got to take care of cleaning that out. So keeping our gut healthy is super important. Kiddos that maybe struggle with constipation, maybe some gluten intolerances, leaky gut, just to name a few, all of those issues, I'm not diagnosing or treating, I'm just talking about things I've heard mamas talk about, can be helped by cleaning out the gut and giving it the proper prebiotics and probiotics. Young Living has the Kid Scent Mighty Pro. My kids love that. They taste like candy and they do their job in supporting a healthy gut. And you, mama, if you don't have your Life 9, if you're not taking that internally every day, you can also snag your kids that Mighty Pro and take that. Take a couple of those packets. You'll be good. So gut health is important for healthy emotions. So if you find that your child's rather emotional, it might be giving you a sign. That might be a sign that you need to clean out the gut and support the gut with a probiotic. You want your child's stomach to be able to absorb nutrients. So also giving them their vitamins is very important. Oh, that's the next one, sorry. Okay, so Kids Sense Mighty Vite chewables. They benefit from nutrient-dense, food-based superfruit, plant and vegetable complex. It's free of preservatives and artificial colors and flavors. They are delicious, berry-flavored chewables that you can give your children for full nutritional support. So my kids get those every day. The Mighty Zymes are the enzymes that naturally occur in the body to support and assist the digestive needs of growing bodies and the normal digestion of foods. You can take one tablet 3 times a day prior to meals or with the meal. So don't stress out if you're like, I forgot to give them their enzymes, or maybe you're also taking enzymes. It's still better that you take it than not take it. So if you didn't get it an hour before your meal or whatever, don't stress. Just go ahead and take it with the meal. It's also great to take this if the Mighty Zyme chewable if you have occasional symptoms that include fullness, pressure, bloating, a stuffed feeling of overeating, maybe commonly like referred to as gas, pain or minor cramping that can occur after eating. An oil that's great for that too is Digize. Some of you got that in your starter kit. Peppermint is another great oil to rub on the stomach. Now, peppermint for kiddos is definitely going to need a carrier oil. Ningxia Red is packed full with superfoods to support our overall wellness. This antioxidant-packed drink supports energy levels, normal cellular function, and whole body and normal eye health. A daily shot of this is 2 to 4 ounces is all you need. Helps support overall wellness with powerful antioxidants. Yes, my kiddos get a shot of it every day. If they could, they would drink the entire bottle. Or you can also get them in packet form. The kids would drink all the packets if I let them. They actually have to ask permission before they get their Ningxia shot because they tend to love to drink more than they should. So we have 6 people drinking that. So we need to make sure everybody gets it, right? All right, you guys, this next one I think you're going to love, because mamas that send their kids to school or mamas that send their kids to gymnastics, how about Taekwondo or all of the other martial arts? We tend to experience things we don't want to experience because the kids have gone into different environments. So how can we help them? Here's a recipe for you there. Go ahead and if you want to screenshot it or write it down. I don't know about you, but in this house, we like to keep our heads nice and happy. This is the perfect head spray to use every single morning as you brush your child's hair. You can fill a spray bottle halfway with water. It's best to use distilled or bottled water, of course, and add these essential oils and shake well every time before you use it. Focus the spray towards the scalp around the ear area. Did everybody get that? Not yet? Okay, I'll give you a few minutes. Remember, we are proactive. Consistency is key. Back in the day, I shared with you earlier that we did things differently. My mom would wait until my kiddo needed to stay home from school before I had to stay home from school. And then we would go to town, dousing myself or my siblings with the magic, this or that, or over the counter things. And we don't have to do that. Don't use your oils and to be reactive. Instead, be proactive on supporting them daily, consistently. And the way that I have found best for our home is to set myself up with success with having it out where I can see it. If it's tucked away in different places, I forget about it and I'm a creature of habit. I will go to the things that I used to use rather than the things that are new to me and maybe I'm learning to switch and ditch. So put them out and say, oh yeah, I need to have that Thieves roll on at the front door before we put our shoes on, before we go outside. Maybe the Thieves little throat spray before you go out and about. So now that we know better, if you use these oils every single day, instead of waiting for a problem to develop, the oils can help you maintain and your child maintain healthy living. So nothing is foolproof though, guys, but if you find yourself or your kiddos needing to stay home, because it does happen sometimes, double your frequency with which you use your essential oils and use the Thieves cough drops. Those are incredible. My kids love those, which are the most effective cough drops that I have ever tried. They also taste great and your kids will pop back to in no time, I'm sure of it. But remember, you also have to remember that oils are different. If you're dealing with a certain issue, you may need to, I just said, ramp up your, every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, every hour on the hour, and kind of front load yourself. And that's a different kind of topic that people don't understand. Sometimes they want to think, oh, it's every 4 hours or every 8 hours. Because that's what your mind has been trained to. So if you're feeling like you're going down under the wellness line, those are some things to think about. You do your research though, and make sure that you feel comfortable with what you're doing. Okay. These are some great oils to use for your everyday wellness routine. Frankincense, or for wellness, that when you feel like you're not doing well. Frankincense is always one. It has over 10,000 uses and it's not listed on here, but I would say that one is a great one too. I'm going to let you guys get that written down or screenshot it, whatever you're comfortable with. If you already have a wellness routine, like a favorite roll-on that you love, why don't you type that in the chat? Maybe something, a combo that you love to add to your wellness routine when you're feeling like you're going down. Share that with everybody so that they can see that. I know that everybody has their own oils. That's the key too, is that your child's body is different than my sister's child. So what works for him may not work for my child. So sometimes there's trial and error that you have to go through. Some oils will ramp kids up. For me, peppermint ramps my brain up, so I can't smell that later in the day. And other people, like peppermint doesn't do anything to their kids. They can give peppermint on the feet before their child goes to sleep and no problem. I could never do that for my own body. I would be awake all night. So We're going to stay calm, right? And all of this season that we're in, we're going to remember to stay calm. Peace and calming is a great one to stay calm with. We are going to have the best nutrition in our body, and we're going to be armed with wellness roll-ons to support our emotions during and after school. School can be a rough time for everyone, no matter which schooling of choice that you are choosing this year. It is filled with excitement and anxiety. The best way to combat stress quickly is to use your oils. Remember that when you inhale essential oils, the tiny molecules go deep into your brain, straight to the places that help you manage your emotions. One of my favorite mom tricks is to apply your child's favorite calming oil to a diffuser bracelet. The lava rocks absorb the oil so that your kids can smell it throughout the day. All you need is to apply 1 to 2 drops just before school. If you don't have a lava bracelet, don't freak out. I've seen moms use the hair ties, even on boys. It doesn't matter, girl or boy, just a hair tie. That is the fabric hair ties. You can put some oil on there, or just a leather bracelet, or just even grab a leather strap and tie it into a bracelet. You can make a leather necklace. A lot of moms that find their kids have trouble staying focused love to put vetiver on their kids, not only on their bracelets, but also right here on the chest, because that oil is very powerful and it tends to linger for the entire day. So if you're having to send your child out for the day to school, then you want to make sure that they are set up for success all day long. And one way to do that is to put it right here where it's going to be directly inhaled all day long. I have heard comments from teachers that say, your child might not smell awesome, but whatever you're doing, keep doing that, because we're seeing a change in your child in the classroom. So vetiver is a very strong one, but it does do the job. So that is one way to do it. What I am going to address right here, guys, I'm going to push pause and let you know that DoDEA schools have made it clear that they are not able to allow the nurses are not allowed to administer oils onto your child. So they are only able to do pharmaceutical medication to give that out. So know your child's school, because some schools will say they cannot have it in their backpack. Some say that you can give it to the nurses and that the nurses can do a roll-on. So it's kind of just like you have to do your research with, like, say, CBD and state laws. It's the same thing for you and where you're placing your child in school. You need to know the rules there for what is allowed in their backpack or in their pocket, or for the nurse to do and not to do. So just wanted to touch on that. So if you're new to oils and you're not sure which ones to try first, here are a few that are effective in calming the nerves. This is a focus roll-on. I think that I lost a slide. There's lavender is great to calming the nerves. Stress away, frankincense, valor gives a boost of confidence. If your child is not feeling confident before school or doing homework, or maybe mom, you're struggling to feel confident to help your child with homework, then put some valor on your wrist, or just do the little diffuser tent, or throw some in the diffuser for yourself. Frankincense, peace and calming is relaxing and calming, like we said. Vetiver is also calming, which is great, but also helps with focus. There's a whole feelings kit from Young Living that has 6 amazing oils in it: harmony, forgiveness, inner child, present time, release, and valor. All of those are great for emotional support. That if your child is struggling with emotional support, the feelings kit might be something you want to look into. All right, let's talk about focus. Whether it's during school or after school, or if school goes all day long at your house, kids are always learning new concepts and they need to be able to focus on task. Teach our kids how to use the focus roll-on recipe here, featured in this graphic. Instruct them to roll on their neck and wrist and inhale when they need help focusing. My son yesterday said, "Mommy, can I go in your office and make a roll-on?" And I allowed him to do that. If you believe your child is at the age where you're comfortable with them doing that, or maybe you facilitate that with them. But it was super cute. He kept asking me, "Mommy, what is this oil good for? And what is this one, he did not want to just go. I kept saying, well, whatever smells good to you, Luke, you're going to know what, you gravitate towards. And he was like, no, I need to know what it's for. It was really funny. So I kept telling him, well, that one's good for, and then once he knew it was good for something, he was like, okay, I'll use it. But if there was like, you use what you like, that wasn't good enough for him. So we added some V6 carrier oil, and this is now mommy's new oil in the office. And I actually really love it. He chose Hope, Relieve It, and there was one other one. I think Palmarosa, which was interesting. But it does smell good. So he did a good job. So allow your child to work with you if they don't like the roll-ons that you're choosing for them. Have them come alongside you and do it together so that they love what they're using. Okay. Apply 1 drop of each of these oils on a diffuser bracelet like we talked about, and encourage them to smell the bracelet before important focus times like after recess or at lunch, before a test. Teach them by you showing them how mommy does it. Then they also will watch you and learn how to do it too. So lavender and essential oil is great during recess because it can increase concentration when they come back to the classroom. Lemon, peppermint, thieves, cedarwood, vetiver, rosemary, brain power, gathering, those are all great oils for focus. And I know I said those quickly. Sorry, I'll go slower. Lemon, peppermint, thieves, cedarwood, vetiver, rosemary, brain power, and gathering are all great oils for focus. Play around with different oils and see which ones are most effective for your child because they will respond differently depending on their body makeup. Use these oils along with the Stay Calm blend for extra effects. Diffuse or apply lemon to your child's diffuser bracelet during study time. So when they come home, you use lemon oil maybe to study for a test. And then when they have that test that day, you can put lemon oil on their diffuser bracelet if you're sending them out the door. If you're not, and they studied at home for the test, and studies have found that if while studying for a test, they used lemon, and then they take the test, and you are also diffusing lemon, they have seen great increases in brain activity and being able to focus and remember the information because your brain associates that smell with what you studied already. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, let's talk about sports. This time of year, normally, guys, kids are going back into sports. So let's assume that we're still going to be doing some sports this year. Strains and sprains can be a common occurrence during the sports season. Most parents' go-to solutions are often common over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen. However, medications like this can have a long-term damaging effect on your child's body. Instead, try the safe and effective over-the-counter by Young Living called Cool Azul Pain Cream. It is so strong, you just need a little tiny bit. It provides cooling relief from minor muscle and joint aches, arthritis, strains, bruises, and sprains. A little bit truly goes a long ways. You can apply it as often as you need. It's also great for those growing pains. Another oil that's great is Panaway. That came in your starter kit. That's a great one if you don't have the over-the-counter pain cream. Panaway is great, and Cool Azul essential oil is also great. Long practices, games, and tournaments can call for some much-needed muscle relief. So you could do 1 or 2 drops of Panaway and Copa Eva together and add it together and put it on the area of discomfort. For larger surfaces, you can use other essential oils. Like, did you know we have a sports gel, the Cool Azul sports gel? We also have different massage oils. This one is the Ortho Sport, and I will sometimes have the masseuse use this one on my kiddos, but it is tingly for their little skin. Remember, their skin is more permeable and it is fresher than ours. So a little bit goes a long ways, and you might need to add more V6 to that massage oil if they're younger skin, if it is younger skin. So tell me in the chat below or to the side, wherever you have it on your device, what sports are your kids currently going to be planning to play? If they could, right? Next, we have the bedtime routine. Nothing sounds like getting ready for school like a good night's rest. Nothing sets you up for a good day at school. Nothing better than a good night's rest, because guys, so many kids don't get a good night's rest. So we're going to kind of divert real quick here, and I'm going to share some personal information with you. Many children these days do not get enough rest. Your child needs a good 10 to 12 hours of sleep. That even means your teenagers. My teens will have arguments with me sometimes and say, Mom, I don't need that much sleep. Your behavior is showing me that you do actually still need a lot of sleep. And the brain, what our bodies are made to do to at the cellular level when we sleep is crazy important to get your kids into good deep sleep. And the ways that we can do that are by not allowing devices before bedtime, like 2 hours before bed. Don't allow them to be on a device. Another thing is don't allow them to have a device in their bedroom. There's many children out there right now that are sleeping with devices under their pillow. Do not allow that. Do not ever put your device under your pillow, especially if it's not on airplane mode. If you have to have your device in your room as a mama, don't keep it under your pillow. Just don't do that, and turn it to airplane mode at night. If your kids are on devices, use the glasses that deflect the blue light. You can order those on Amazon, and you can also pick those up at the local stores, the eyeglass stores. You can also, if your child does wear glasses, you can ask for them to put that deflector on. It's like a film that they put on the glasses. So set them up for success. There's really cute ones out there for the kids. You don't have to get cute ones. You can just get basic ones, but do something. So because there's a lot of stuff that kids are exposed to right now with the blue light more than they should be, because a lot of kids have chosen the virtual schooling, right? Turn your Wi-Fi off at nighttime. If nobody is using that, it just doesn't need to be running through your child's body. Doesn't do your body any favors either. So it's important to turn the Wi-Fi off. Okay, so now that I've said those pieces, just because I love you and I love your kiddos, I did not know those pieces of information until I was on my journey of wellness. And so if you already knew that, great. But if you didn't, don't allow your kids to have those things or do those things before bedtime or during bedtime. Routines are important for our kids because they provide quality time before bed. When you have a routine, your kids are less likely to resist bedtime, and they are more likely to fall asleep fast and stay asleep through the night. Young Living makes it really easy to instill a safe and effective bedtime routine for kids of all ages. Try these 4 steps in your nighttime routine. And step 1 is start with a bath. Baths can be a great way to calm your kids down before bedtime. You can add a few drops of lavender oil to help you relax too when you take a bath. You can add it to their bathtub. Make sure you do it if your kiddos are little. You don't want them putting 20 drops in the bath water. It's great to actually put it into Epsom salt ahead of time, let it soak in the Epsom salt, and then throw a little Epsom salt in the water. Use the Kids Scent shampoo, the Kids Scent bath gel. These are all free of harmful chemicals. They are also very highly concentrated, moms. So I'm always up for telling you or teaching you a hack. I know that some of you guys on here dilute this, and you can put it into like a foaming bottle that you can get from your local store, and then add water and dilute it down, so that, because your kids might not have respect for the price you paid for your products that are amazing. So make sure that you grab a little bottle, dilute it down, and then they can do a little pump. I found it more success that way because my kids will blow through the bottle in no time, because they're like, more, if less is or more is good, then even giant amount is better. And then we're out of the shampoo. So before putting on your pajamas or their pajamas, lotion your body or their body up with some Kids Scent lotion. You can add a drop of lavender and apply it to their feet. You'll have your kids lined up with their feet in your face because everybody loves a good foot rub before bed. Young Living lotion is formulated with no mineral oils, no synthetic perfumes, no artificial coloring, and no toxic ingredients. Adding lavender will make them sleep even more restful. I will tell you that Kids Scent lotion does contain wheat, if anybody out there needs to be aware of a wheat allergy. Step 3 is to brush their teeth with the Kids Scent Sleek toothpaste. Some popular kinds of toothpaste still contain triclosan. It's a harmful chemical that the FDA banned from antibacterial soap, but can still be found in toothpaste. If your child's current toothpaste currently says call poison control if swallowed. It's time to switch and ditch and get them the Kids Sense toothpaste. Remember, anything that goes in our mouth, under our tongue, or on our cheeks goes into our bloodstream so quick. We don't want our bodies to absorb those chemicals. So that is why it's important to do your research and purchase the Young Living toothpaste for your child and for yourself, because we don't want that going in your body. The Young Living Kids Sense products does not contain any triclosan or fluoride. It is formulated with all safe and effective ingredients. Step 4 in the nighttime routine is the Sleepy Eyes, 4 to 6 drops of Sleepy Eyes. Moms, I use Sleepy Eyes on me too. If I don't have an oil that I'm wanting, Sleepy Eyes works great. Or lavender in the diffuser and turn out the lights. So 4 to 6 drops of Sleepy Eyes or lavender in the diffuser and turn off the lights. Essential oils are an effective way to calm your children and help them get a restful night's sleep. Young Living offers a variety of diffusers for your kids with fun themes. Like my kid's personal favorite is the owl diffuser. It has the feature of the noisemaker, and it also plays music. My kids will play the music all night long. You touch the owl's foot to make him start going. Too much fun, guys. You got to get that one. Super fun. So type in the chat if you would like what your current nighttime routine is, or what you're excited from these slides to start incorporating into your nighttime routine. I would love to hear. Next, let's talk about Thieves. Oops. No. There we go. Thieves. We have covered many ways to support your kids both emotionally and physically this school year, but I have one more parent tip that's going to be a game changer in your house. Normal cleaners are filled with harmful chemicals that negatively affect your immune system, your neurological system, and your overall development, and have been linked to even causing cancer. When you and your kids are exposed to these harmful chemicals over and over through your laundry detergent, your dishwasher soap, cleaners, hand soap, and air fresheners, this taxes the body as it tries to get rid of those chemicals. This drains your kid's body of energy and resources that they need when they get exposed to germs and illnesses at school. Consider making the swap and ditching and switching and replacing your household products with the Thieves line of products. The Thieves line is infused with a blend of lemon, clove, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus radiata, and rosemary essential oils. There is a reason that these oils are combined. I don't know all the specifics on all of these, but I want to encourage you to go to PubMed and type in, the constituents of each oil. So look up lemon, look up eucalyptus, cinnamon bark, clove, rosemary. Individually, you will see each chemical constituent that's in there, and do your research on what the constituent power of each oil is. And you'll be blown away with why these 5 oils have been blended together to make Thieves. There's tons of Thieves products, as you can see here in this graphic. We have switched and ditched all of those into our home, and you guys, I've seen a dramatic difference in my kiddos and my husband's health and wellness. So let's see, which one is your favorite? Type in the chat for me now, which Thieves product is your absolute favorite? Next, we're going to talk about essential rewards. Friends don't let friends join Young Living or reorder without telling them about the rewards program. It's the one thing that many members say they wish they would have known about earlier. So I'm going to tell you before you even get started. There are 2 ways to order once you become a member. I'll tell you how to become a member in just a minute, so don't worry. But I want you to understand the essential rewards opportunity when you're ordering your premium starter kit. So the first way to order is just a shop order. You can do a shop order, whatever that means, whatever you want, whenever you want, no limit to the number of times you order per month, no points. You don't earn any points. You get some freebies that start at 190 PV order totals. The promos are announced monthly from Young Living, and doing a shop order qualifies you to receive referral bonus money for helping your friends enroll with a premium starter kit if you spend 50 PV. I know that's all a little bit much, so if that is overwhelming, don't worry. Reach out to the person that invited you to this class and we can help you understand all that information. The second way is essential rewards. To jump on essential rewards, and this is kind of coaching you through right here, this graphic, how essential rewards works. It's the most cost-effective way to support your health on a regular basis, and this way is through ordering on essential rewards, a monthly subscription program with lots of perks. You get to choose what comes inside your box, and you get to choose when it processes. You can leave it as it is, or you can change it every month. So it's up to you. If you see like you're always going to need all those Thieves products in month 1, you can stick with that and never change it. Or if you're like, nah, month 2, I'm going to expand my oily arsenal and I'm going to choose some of these oils. And then in month 3, it's time to begin our Ningxia Red journey. Now, with Essential Rewards, you can only order one time through through Essential Rewards per month. But if you forgot something in your ER, you can always jump on and get other products through Shop. Your minimum order for Essential Rewards is only 50 PV, which is point value. You can still order additional items through the Shop order if needed, but you do get discounted shipping through being on Essential Rewards. And I want you to know that. You can earn Essential Rewards points toward your future orders. The percentage back increases with time. So quickly, guys, the first month, you can use your premium starter kit to be your first month's order. That is awesome. And then quickly get to month 4, and you're already at 20% back in rewards points. So that's pretty cool. By month 24 of consistently ordering, you earn 25% back in rewards points. You also receive loyalty gifts every 3 months for the first year. And then after that, every year on the year, you get to get a free oil from Young Living that they just send to you and say, thank you for doing this. Thank you for being committed to your wellness. Freebies start at 100 PV orders totals when you're on Essential Rewards. Access to exclusive discounted bundles like the Ningxia Red ER kit and the Thieves ER kit only show up when you're on your Essential Rewards order. If you're doing a Shop order, you're not going to see these discounted kits. So that was something that took me a long time to know about. So look up those kits, and it actually says Essential Reward kits. So this also being on Essential Rewards qualifies you to receive referral bonus money if you were to refer a friend and help them enroll with the premium starter kit. You would be able to receive a thank you check from Young Living, which is pretty cool. So what are some of your ER favorites? Type that in the chat. What is something that you couldn't live without every single month that you're like, I have to have? Thieves toothpaste, Thieves laundry soap. What is your must-have every month that you get? Tell us, share, and encourage someone that's here today. Okay, now, how do you get your own starter kit? Let's go over that real quick. I know that you guys here today with me are already members, but maybe one of your friends, I'm going to post this class so you can share it, and I want them to know how to get their premium starter kit. So here is the beautiful starter kit. The best way to have an awesome and healthy school year is to get started with your premium starter kit of choice. So if you're in America, you do have more choices. If you are here on island with me in Okinawa, you have the military kit that ships here and the CBD kit. That does not mean that you can't get the other kits. Maybe you want the Thieves starter kit. You can do that, but you have to ship it somewhere in America first, maybe to a mom or a friend, and then they have to ship it to you. So you can still get the product. It just might take a little bit longer to get to you. So the starter kit is discounted almost 60%, and it will be set up with your own, it will set you up for your own Young Living membership to receive 24% off of the retail price of all products on all of your future orders for a lifetime. When you get started with the premium starter kit, everything you see in this picture, you will be supported by me and your fabulous friend that brought you to this class. I am dedicated to helping you and your family reach your health goals. I will always stand with you and stand beside you and offer a 3-month wellness plan to help you get started and be able to use your starter kit to your fullest advantage. You will have access to our private Facebook community, which is called Little by Little, where we offer support and encouragement and a place for you to ask questions at any time. Your membership also offers you the opportunity to help a friend or 2 or 3 to get their own starter kits too. After you use these products for a week with your family, you are going to understand exactly why you were invited to this class today, and you will want to help your friends too. For every friend that you help order a premium starter kit using your member number, Young Living will send you a $50 thank you check. If you're like me, you might be thinking, no thanks, I'm not interested. I was there too, guys. That was me. That was my first thought, and look where I am now. I was actually foolish for not realizing in the very beginning that I could have owned it with a different mindset. I was helping my friends already. When I saw the dramatic effects of lavender, what it had on my children, I went and told all my friends. But I never gave them my member number. So guess what they did? When somebody else talked to them about Young Living, they signed up with Even Perfect Strangers because they didn't know that I could have helped them get their starter kit. So don't be afraid to give your member number to your friends when they're ready, because, or even if they're not ready today, you say, well, when you are ready, come back to me and I'll help you get your starter kit. And here's my member number for whenever you're ready to do that. Because you want your friends to walk the journey with you, because life's more fun with a friend. Let's be honest. If you have not checked out the Young Living income disclosure, go ahead and do that. You just need to Google the Young Living income disclosure in the Google search, and you will find it, and check that out, because there's lots of opportunity that might be a blessing to you, especially during this season that maybe you were or were not prepared for. So get your own premium starter kit within the next 24 hours after this class, and I will be sure to send you a welcome kit from me with some reference materials to help you get started and make a few things on your journey a little bit easier. All right? If someone else is interested in this class, please go ahead and share. I will post this on our team group, Facebook group, so that you can share this with your friends too. Thank you for coming to this class and investing in your time to learn more about how to help your child this school year. No matter which way you're going, we are here to help and support you in your health and wellness, and I want to see you achieving your goals. So now I'd like to open it up if you guys have some takeaways that you would like to say, this really spoke to me, I didn't know I could do this, or hey, I have a quick question. I am happy to open the door since it's a small group today. If you guys don't mind, I can do that now. If you have any engaging questions. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I posted the question, but like for the happy head or whatever it was, let's see, what was it called? Yeah, the happy head for the eucalyptus. Is there a certain eucalyptus to use for that, or does it matter? Because there's like what, 3 different eucalyptus ones?
Yes, there are, right? I would use your essential oil desk reference. I know that you have that. I would look that up and see based on that if you could see which one would be best. I don't know off the top of my head. I've just used usually the radiata, but the radiata I know is really good for the respiratory. So I would use your desk reference and see if you can figure that out. And let us know if you want. You could post that in our Facebook group and say, hey, I learned that this one is the one for that recipe.
Okay.
Great question. Anybody else have questions?
Erica, I don't have a question, but Leanne, I don't think she realized she was messaging me privately, but it says, I guess earlier when you were talking about candles, she said, oh my God, I never liked candles. Gave me such a headache. And then she said, thank you. Awesome meeting. Got to run to another Zoom meeting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. So many people are not aware of the damaging effects that can happen through candles and all those things that people plug in their walls. So, anything else?
With Hudson, can he take the 2 ounces of the Ningxia red, or should I back him down to like say an ounce of Ningxia?
Well, Jordan has a 2-year-old. I know Hudson's a little bit older than that. So yeah, you could give his body a little bit less and then ramp it up. If you notice that he was kind of struggling, maybe give him a little bit more, but separate it in the day, not all at once, I would say. But again, you're the mom and you know what's best for your child. So I would point you in that direction. But Jordan,
Which product are we asking about?
Ningxia Red.
Oh, Ningxia. For my 2-year-old, I don't measure things. Sorry, so I'm not good about that. But I tend to give him, it's probably half an ounce, to be honest with you, starting. And then I fill it up with water so that
Yes.
he thinks he has more than he actually has. And that works really well. He likes it that way. So I give him anywhere between like a half an ounce to an ounce a day, every other day. It's kind of when I remember and when he remembers, but he loves it. So he will, if he remembers, he'll ask for it every day, and they get it in the morning time. And
Okay.
we haven't seen any kind of detrimental issues. From my experience and my understanding, kind of one of the things you might see if they're getting too much is they'll have like diarrhea.
Okay.
So that's a really good indicator if they're getting too much for anyone, adults too. I had a friend, a member who loved the taste, and so she was drinking like a lot, and then was like, "Oh, this isn't good, as good for me." So I think they call it Ningxia belly. You can get that if you have too much of it. So that's a good indicator. But yeah, just start lower, and then you can increase it if you don't see anything and you're needing that for whatever it is you're trying to do. Because like Erica mentioned in the class, like front loading, you can do that with Ningxia Red also, depending on what you're targeting.
Yeah, I just mainly want it to help like with his, to keep his immune system up, especially as we're going to be, coming to flu season here, sooner than for
Yeah.
what we really would like to. And so, so I'm just trying to, keep his body healthy and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, I would start them off with like half an ounce and add some water. I know one of my children does not like the taste when it's diluted down. He doesn't really like the taste at all. So he would prefer it concentrated and just take it quickly and be done with it. Whereas my other two like to drink it like a juice. So we water it down and they drink it like a juice. But I'd start with like lower, half an ounce, and then you can work your way up to like an ounce a day, and that will be beneficial for him. You said he was like 3, right? 2 or 3?
He's 4.5.
4. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I like to mix my Ningxia in orange juice, and it's good. I do have a question.
Sure.
So Connor, he's 10.